فعلا هي حقيقة نعيشها بأن العالم كله في دبي، العالم هنا في دبي. وبالنسبة للتعاون الاقتصادي والاستثمار بين دولة الإمارات وكندا وما يميز العلاقات الثنائية في مجال العمارة والتكنولوجيا ووسائل النقل كان من أبرز المحاور اللي أجرتها زميلتنا هالة أبو علوان مع سعادة تريسي رينولدز قنصل عام كندا في دبي والإمارات الشمالية ضمن فقرة موطن الحلم والإنجاز. نتابع وإياكم.
شكرا للزملاء بالاستوديو. العلاقة بين كندا والإمارات كانت أبدا ولا تزال مليئة بالنجاحات، منها الاستثمارية ومنها الاقتصادية ومنها التعليمية ومنها الثقافية والسياحية وغيرها الكثير. للتحدث أكثر حول هذا الموضوع بيسعدنا أن يكون معنا اليوم سعادة تريسي رينولد قنصل عام كندا في دبي والإمارات الشمالية. Good morning, Your Excellency.
Good morning, Hala. Thank you very much for having me here this morning.
Thank you and congratulations for your recent posting. I know you just came to Dubai last month. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. We arrived 4 weeks ago, and it's been a 4 weeks full of activity and lots of new people, and very excited to be here.
Amazing, amazing. Your Excellency, your background is interesting. You're a historian, you have lots of diplomatic background and experience, you traveled the world, and also you have some military experience. If you can tell us more about you.
All right, well, thank you very much. You know, I've been in our foreign service for 27 years now, and Dubai is my 6th assignment abroad, and I started my career, my first posting in Moscow in 1998. Syria in 2002. Then I had the pleasure of going to Kuala Lumpur in 2007, Jakarta in 2012, and then Tokyo in 2019, and now we're here. So my background, it's interesting. You know, you mentioned I'm a historian,
yes.
And I studied, you know, my undergraduate was international studies, but then my Master of Arts was in history, and specifically Eastern European Cold War history. Then we moved, of course, like you mentioned, the military.
Yes.
That's something I did when I was quite a bit younger. I was 17 and went into the Canadian Army Reserves.
For how many years?
I was there for 6 years. It was
Wow.
a mechanized infantry unit, and I did that while I was in high school and then university. It was a way to make money. It meant
Yes,
and
exactly.
since then, we've been traveling the world and seeing people, new places, new food, cultures. You know, and just getting to know what an amazing place it is out there and how fortunate we are to be global citizens and exploring.
Yes.
And we're very fortunate to have had this opportunity to serve Canada abroad and now to be in Dubai.
Amazing. Mentioning Dubai, you just came, I think it's a month, 5 weeks, 4 weeks here.
Yes.
What's your first impressions about Dubai?
My first impressions of Dubai, there's a few things. One is the diversity of the people here. You know, you go out, you walk the streets, you see people from all over the world.
Yes.
They've come to Dubai to work, it's their home.
Yeah.
And among that are the Emiratis, and I love seeing how, you know, with the distinctive dress and traditional dress, that they're very proud that
Yes.
this is our country. We've welcomed all these people
Yes.
here. But this is the country that we want with this diversity and this connectivity with the world.
Yeah.
So that is, in itself, it's very much like Canada. Because in
Exactly.
Canada, we have 20% of all Canadians were
Yes.
born in another country
Yeah.
and then moved to Canada and made it their home.
Yeah.
And so we're lucky. The other thing is the architecture.
Yes.
And I know everyone talks about this, but it's amazing. It's clear that Dubai has grown and there's been an attitude of adventure.
Yes.
With allowing architects to channel their inner innovation, to try new things and design different buildings. And many of those architects are Canadian.
Yes.
You know, so Arthur Erickson designed the Etisalat building. Moriyama and Associates, they did the Etihad Museum.
Yeah.
Moriyama and Associates has a close part in my heart because he designed the Embassy of Canada in Tokyo.
Oh, wow.
And
where you've been in your last posting.
Where I just came and spent 4 years where I managed as Minister Commercial the Trade Program.
Yeah.
And the other part that I've been really struck with in Dubai, in the Emirates, is sort of the aspirational
Yes.
nature of people here. It's
They're very positive.
Very positive. They're looking to the future.
Yeah.
There's a can-do. Let's try something different. Yes, we're traditional in our society, but do you know what? We can move forward and do something different while respecting our traditions. And I think in the world today where there is unfortunately too much negativity, a place like Dubai and the United Arab Emirates, where there are these positive views of being, anything's possible.
Yes.
I think that is something to be cherished and welcomed. And so it's great to have that here.
So diversity, architecture, and aspiration. Mentioning aspiration.
Yes.
Tell us about the projects, which collaborative projects between Canada and the UAE, which are benefiting both countries.
Well, there's a number of things. We can talk about our trade and investment relationship. Our trading relationship is growing rapidly. It's still not as big as it should be. But our bilateral trade relationship is around $2.5 billion Canadian a year.
Impressive.
So it's growing.
Yes.
It's increased from previous years, but it's crosses a diversity of products, technology, automobiles, food products. What I'm really proud of is that Canada exports pulses and canola and wheat and beef here that are critical to the UAE's food security.
Yes,
and
that's
something, the world in the last few years, economic security, I think people have become more aware of it, about supply chain security, energy security, food security, water security. We're starting to work together on where are we going to go with fresh water and how we manage that. And Dubai, UAE is very privileged now that they're wealthy enough that they can do desalinization and everything. But that's not always guaranteed. The costs, the environmental costs, you never know. So how do you address that water security?
And you're contributing heavily in COP28 as well.
COP28, we are going to have a very strong presence here. Our Minister of Environment, Minister Guilbeault, is heavily involved in the program. So he will be here. We have a large number of senior level officials coming, likely 3 premiers of provinces from the province of Quebec, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. Canada and UAE, we have a lot in common where our goals are net zero by 2050. 2050. So, lots there. We're looking at renewable energy. We're looking at things like ammonia, how you can use ammonia to carry hydrogen and use that hydrogen or ammonia as a fuel mix for coal-fired plants to reduce emissions, or the hydrogen to use for natural gas plants, or for fuel for vehicles. We're looking at all of these opportunities.
In addition, actually, to education, Canada is always known as a safe haven of education for all the world. So are there any collaborative projects also in terms of education?
Well, we're very fortunate. We had last year 5,000 people from who call the UAE home who applied to study in Canada.
Yes.
So 5,000. In 2017, it was 2,500. So it's doubled since then. And we're going to see more. I know the government here is really pushing to have more of their citizens go to Canada to study. There is a feel that Canada, first of all, it's a high quality market for education. Our universities are recognized around the world.
Always been.
Always been. But we also are seen as being a more traditional country. I shouldn't say conservative, but let's just say people feel comfortable sending their children to Canada with the diversity of people in our major cities. The universities are seen as being places where young people can go and experience life in a safe environment. The quality is extremely high of the education. We have over 100 universities in Canada and 200 colleges.
Wow.
And we're seeing people here go regularly. I'm sure we're going to have thousands more in the years ahead.
Impressive. What about tourism? There's actually good news coming up, right? The airport, there's direct flight to Vancouver from Dubai.
Well, it's really exciting because we've seen our direct flights between Canada and Dubai grow substantially in the last few years. We just renegotiated our air service agreement. It was signed in April of this year. And it now means we have daily flights by both Air Canada and Emirates from Toronto to Dubai, and daily flights from Montreal to Dubai with Emirates. And Air Canada is going to start its 4 times a week flight from Vancouver to Dubai.
This is an amazing achievement.
for people to travel and go to all parts of Canada, and for Canadians to come to the UAE as well. So we're very excited about that.
Amazing. And Vancouver, actually, its weather is different. It's very beautiful, especially when summer is here and it's very hot. It encourages people to go there.
Well, it's a dynamic city. Yeah. Vancouver is world-renowned for its climate, its outdoor environment. The mountains are there, the water, the Pacific Ocean is there. I think a lot of people from the UAE are going to enjoy having the opportunity to fly directly to Vancouver and explore Canada's west coast.
Yeah, we invite actually everyone to go explore Vancouver. Your Excellency, are there any programs in Canada, happening in Canada, where you are working on here in Dubai? Applying the same programs or continuation or complementing it?
Well, it's interesting you talk about different programs. And, you know, the Consulate General here in Dubai, we have a number of different responsibilities and roles. So we do trade and investment, promotion and attraction. But our principal focus, or I should say our number one priority, is consular services to the more than 40,000 Canadians who call Dubai home, Dubai and the Northern Emirates. And that's a lot of responsibility because you have all these Canadians here.
And what are the top services the Consulate General offer?
Well, because we have all these people here, all these Canadians, many of them have to renew their passports. Some of them have been here for years, and so we do passport renewals. Of course, people come to Dubai, like elsewhere, and they come as a single person. They meet someone, they fall in love, they get married, they have children. So we do a lot of citizenship applications for spouses and children. And then we provide support to Canadians if they need any assistance, if there's a medical situation or a legal situation where they may need some support for us to be there to ensure that they receive the services that they are required.
Yeah.
So that's what we do on the consular side. Then we also have work that we do on the security side, and we have a number of our security agencies are based out of the Consulate General in Dubai here. The Canada Border Services Agency, they work very closely with the airlines on the transiting of people through Dubai to Canada, verifying visas, things like that. Royal Canadian Mounted Police, which is our national police force. They have a presence here as well. They work very closely with their counterparts here on things like...
Is it the same program for security and defense, or is it separate?
They're separate. Our military attaché is actually up in Abu Dhabi, and he operates out of there, his liaison with the UAE military and their personnel. The RCMP, they're down here, CBSA, Canada Border Service Agency, and our Public Safety Agency. They're based here, but they work on issues such as organized crime, drug trafficking, people smuggling, those things where we have common needs and we work together to ensure that our societies are safe and secure. But these offices, it's interesting, they have regional responsibility, so not just to the UAE, but across the Gulf region.
Yes, absolutely. Your Excellency Tracy Reynolds, thank you so much for being with us today.
It's been my pleasure and thank you for having me here, Hala.
Thank you. وهلأ بنعود لكم زملائنا بالاستوديو.